What is up, racers? Welcome back to Grid once again. Yes, we are continuing our Let's Play, and we're going to be doing another touring car race here. And yeah, it's going to be in the Barcelona Super Sprint. And we're going to go over to the car selection. We're going to select a new vehicle. We've already driven in the Ford, already driven in the VW. We're going to go for the Subaru right here. And then move over to the driver roster, where we are going to choose Harper Wright. A little bit more money than old Nick Whittle, but I feel like we need an upgrade. We need to get better teammates, and we're going to choose Harper Wright here because she is very good at the touring cars as well. Nick Whittle was also good at touring cars, but I feel like old Harper, she's going to be a good addition to the team, and well, we'll see if she is a good addition at the end of this video, and definitely in the next video as well, so keep an eye out for that one. Coming on to our hot lap then, to set our qualifying time for the race, we see that Harper Wright has already set the fastest lap time. What an absolutely fantastic addition to the family. And it's going alright. We're just off of the pace here. Very tricky section there. And the curbs in this game just want to murder you. They make your car so uneasy. Final sector there, 0.2 seconds down. What can we do as we come around the final corner onto the start finish straight, and we're going to be in 6th position. Okay, not too bad. SuperGT obviously confirmed. But what can we do in this race? Behind Benjamin Webb in the Audi over to our right, and behind Jon Magnussen in front of us, and old Mikael Jokela behind us. I do like to see the same names as we do this touring car Let's Play. I think it's just fantastic that you keep seeing these same names. You kind of build up that rivalry, you know. Old in front of Benjamin here is that Giuseppe Romano, and boy do we have a couple of run-ins in the past with him. Up the inside of DeVee there, he went past us after a mistake, but he ran a little bit wide, and we got the cut back on him. So on to lap number 2, and we are up into 4th position. We've gone up 2 positions. If you just see there, that is the that's the impact of the curbs. Just hitting that curb in the wrong way really set us off into the barrier. Once again, barriered again, but they are fighting pretty heavily up in front of us as Giuseppe has gone past Harper. Are we going to see a rousing effort from her trying to get back into that top spot? But we have closed the gap to 3rd place over the 2nd lap. Can we go about getting in front of them over the 3rd? Thank you, Mr. Spotter, saying that we're doing well. Keep it going. Up the inside of Benjamin Webb, a little bit of rubbing is racing there, but touring cars, you kind of have to expect that. Coming through the tricky section over the curbs. Oh boy, that is all flat out if you are brave enough. The same with this final corner here. If you get the angles right, you can go flat out all the way around. And we do seem to close up on the exit of the final corner. So thank you, Mr. Spotter, saying we're through the halfway point. We go into the back of Harper, barely touching Harper there, but obviously she's got a very short temper, as she is now our nemesis. And it did seem to me that whenever I went into the back of a different car and really sort of rubbed them up the wrong way, they didn't become my nemesis as easy as your teammate becomes your nemesis. As you can tell, moving to the inside, Harper's just going to cover it off and block it. Okay, Harper, I mean, I'm still going to send it up the inside, and that is going to put us up into 2nd position. But we have been fighting quite a bit, so that gap between us and Giuseppe in 1st position has really opened up. And I didn't get the entrance into the chicane right at all, and that invites Harper around the outside, and she's going to go up into 2nd position. So 1 lap left. We have to win this race to get the gold trophy, because this is a 1-round event. So you know, Giuseppe is already gone. Can we go about just holding 2nd place and beating Harper, who is quite rightly just throwing her toys out of the pram? We're supposed to be on the same team. Obviously not. She's now out of the top 4. So she's obviously had a moment, and we are up into 2nd. I don't think we're going to lose it to Benjamin or DeVee around the final corners here. Actually going a little bit wide there, but coming through onto the start finish straight. Giuseppe is going to take the win, and we are going to take 2nd place. So that is the start of something very interesting between myself and Harper. as you will see some sort of rivalry within the teammate ranks over the next couple of videos. So we go again, and let's see if we can stay away from crashing into our own teammate this time. Trying to go 2 by 2 through here. Yep, it doesn't work. That is a lesson learned. Don't go 2 by 2 through the chicane. And that's going to put us all the way down to 14th. We do manage to fight back just a little bit up to a 10th position as we lose our bonnet there. Bye-bye bonnet. But there you go, 10th position, so it does mean we do have to go again. And I did make a really good start in this one, made it up to 3rd on the first lap, but getting the entrance to turn 1 all wrong. Azevedo just making contact with us and putting us into the tyre wall, and we received terminal damage. First time I ever had that. Once again, we go again. This time I'm going to try the cockpit view just to see how absolutely insane this type of driving is around a street track. So in 6th position, into the back of Magnussen there, not really showing any love loss at all, but we are oh my god, we did try to go 2 by 2 through there with Benjamin, but managed to stay out of trouble. Man, this game is absolutely beautiful. Yes, it's a simcade. It's halfway in between simulation and arcade racing. But one thing we can agree on is that it is absolutely beautiful. And really, when you're driving in this view, the immersion really is there. So it's just a shame that you can't really get that simulation feeling around the outside of Magnussen, going into that chicane again, making sure we don't go 2 by 2, just getting in front of him before we entered it, and we are up into 4th position. Azevedo, they're having a little bit of a moment. We are going to go up the inside into turn 1 and take that 3rd position. Oh, just saying we're in 3rd position, thank you, I have eyes, but obviously if you have everything turned off and you're going full immersion mode and you don't have any of the writing on the screen, you're probably going to need that spotter telling you what's going on, as we are behind old Giuseppe Romano, and obviously Harper is up in 1st position. Harper actually has a pretty decent gap between herself and Giuseppe on the brakes, looking up the inside, squeezing him out there, and put him in, well, I'm assuming that we put him in the wall. You can tell that I've been driving this track for quite a while now. I think I was doing this for around 20 minutes, so I did kind of get the driving down, so the entry angles correct, and coming on to lap number 5, we are just behind Harper. She is in view now. Can we go about catching her up and taking that 1st position from her? I am going to have 2 very good laps. Remember, we did qualify in 6th position, so the AI should be faster than us, but then again, I did 1 lap of practice, which was my hot lap, and we must have done, oh, I don't know, at least 25-30 laps of this track by now. So looking at the rear end of Harper now, are we going to look up the inside? Yes, we bloody are. Absolutely going to bloody yeet it up the inside. Harper, your ass is mine, as we do take that 1st position from her as we come onto the final lap. Just need to hit the apexes now, get around this final set of corners, and the victory will be ours. And you know what? It is going to be a 1-2, a Jev Racing 1-2 for the first time in the Let's Play season. And you know what? I'm pretty happy with that result. Well, you literally couldn't get any better. I was doing that race for like 20-25 minutes to get that to get the gold trophy. So you know what? I'm happy. And looking at the global lap time leaderboard as well, we're actually in 15th position, which is, you know, pretty cool. So if you are a grid player yourself, go see if you can beat my lap time. Let me know in the comments section below. Look at that, matching liveries, 1st and 2nd. Harper Wright, obviously a fantastic investment, and already paying back what we paid for her. Gold trophy done, and we're going to move down to the classic mini trophy around Brands Hatch. Another 1 round thing. We just need to finish in 3rd or above. But you know, we're going to go for that 1st position. I did do the qualifying lap in the cockpit cam, and coming across the line, we are going to be in 5th position. Okay, so a little bit of work to do, but it was a pretty scrappy lap, and you know, first time doing the lap, it's always going to be slow. So actually getting possibly the world's worst start, as I accidentally changed into second gear for some reason, and we're already down to 9th position going into turn number 1. Harper obviously up in first again. She is absolutely killing it. Are we going to go 3 wide into turn number 2? No, we're not. We're just going to go into the back of Sergio Alvarez there. 8th position. Can we go up again? Yes, we are up into 7th. He's going to back out of the corner. We're going to throw it up the inside of Leo Heike, and that's going to put us up to 6th position halfway through lap 1. Obviously the Indy circuit is pretty short compared to the Grand Prix circuit, but that is going to see us into 6th and into the back of Marco, and looking up the inside of Juna Sari. Coming onto the start-finish straight. We are up the inside, but he must have a different gearing setup because he does pull away. And I do look up the inside of T1, but there is going to be contact, and we are going to go into the gravel. And, well, he suffers it as well. But look, there's gravel coming through the bottom of the car. That's actually quite funny. But Leo got caught up in it as well, so all 3 of us making up the last 3 places. But we do manage to get it back to 11th. But obviously I need to win this race, so we go again and we return to the old trusty chase cam view. I love the comments section about the chase cam view. I love that some of you really enjoy it because it is like you're watching a car race, because you can see what is happening around the car. You can see how close they are to you, or you can see how close you are to the car in front, etc, etc. But some of you absolutely hate it, and I just find it so funny how some people are just so personally damaged and feel violated that you don't race in the same view as them. But you know what, man, just race whatever you feel comfortable with. I've always grown up racing with the chase cam, so you know, this is how I race. I do love racing in cockpit view, and to be honest, on this game I find it easier to drive that way. And obviously that is just my opinion. I find that you can sort of feel the car a little bit more, but we will talk about that more in the next video as we do drive some faster cars, so handling is a bit more prominent, a little bit more in your face with those vehicles. Back to this race though, in 2nd place on lap 2, we're going to look up the inside of Harper and just make the slightest touch, and it seems like she sort of dives to the ground like a footballer trying to get a penalty, and she just goes off into the side, and we get the nemesis with her. And this just sort of bolsters my point from earlier that it's much easier to get a nemesis with your teammate than it is with any of the other drivers on the racetrack. You know, we really crashed into quite a few people in the previous races, but nothing, and it seems like we just breathe on our teammate, and she gets a, you know, the nemesis between us. But anyway, on to the final lap. Nothing really happened in that last lap, and we come across in 1st position. So that is going to be another gold trophy for us, and another invitational event ticked off on the list. So actually ranking up to level 8 as well. That gives us a couple of things there. Player banner as well, design 14. All very nice. And there we go. That is going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the battle in Barcelona. A little bit of tweaking with our driver roster as well. So there we go. Thank you for watching, liking and subscribing. I'm really enjoying doing this Let's Play. I hope you're enjoying watching it as well. Thank you to the channel members for doing what you do, and we'll see you in the next one.